Alright, welcome into Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We are scheduled to have 80 laps on deck here tonight. 80 laps of good, hard, clean racing. All right, we got 5 minutes left here. We'll get a little bit of information here about Atlanta Motor Speedway. Obviously, a lot of you guys know a lot about Atlanta Motor Speedway here. But we'll get some track facts and whatnot. Like the degrees of banking around the track, when it was open, whatnot. A little bit of just weird information, so to speak, on Atlanta Motor Speedway. Obviously, it is a 1.5 mile quad oval. You got the two dog legs up front on the front straightaway. And it technically isn't in Atlanta, it's in Hampton, Georgia. But, nonetheless, nicknamed the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's a 1.54 mile track with 24 degrees of banking in your corners and 5 degrees on your straightaway. It was opened in July of 1960. All the way back in 1960. It was formerly known as the Atlanta International Raceway from 1960 to 1990. Get some track records here for you. Qualifying was set, the qualifying record was set all the way back in March of 97. Robbie Gordon ran a 29.378 for qualifying around Atlanta Motor Speedway here. That equals out to 186.5 miles an hour. That was the original classic oval that they ran. The quad oval was set in November of 97 by Jeffrey Bodine with a 28.07. The most wins here, Dale Earnhardt, 9 wins, 26 top 5s. Richard Petty has the most top 10s with 33. So as we get set here to go racing, do a little bit of qualifying, and then we'll get racing here very shortly. You have about 2 minutes left in practice. You got John Neidick out on top with a 29.194 was his fast lap around Atlanta here. Lance Hill second with a 29.22. Adam Alshire a 29.32. Those are your quick times here this evening for the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Looking through the field here, looks like we've got 27 drivers signed in, registered for the race, with 25 taking time here in practice. Fastest time is a 29.194 set by John Neidick. And it looks like you have to go all the way back to 14th, 15th before you start really seeing a gap, as there's a half a second between 1st and 15th here this evening already. Looking now, you've got Taver Mowry back there in 19th with a 29.759. Colin Forster up in the top 5 with 29.350. And trying to find last week's winner. It's right in front of me and I cannot see it. All right, well, I'm going to have to go and get some information. These guys did a wonderful job to put a channel in here for me so I know. Just got to find it. But there's a channel from last week's race. Tell me everything I need to know from last week's race as they get set to go qualifying. All right, here we go. I've got it now. AJ Green, last week's winner. Taver Mowry, second. And Colin Forster ran third. Joe Neidick and John Neidick rounded out the top 5 last week. Looking at the season standings here, it's going to be Forster, your points leader, by just 15 points over John Neidick. AJ Green back there in third with 258 points. Forster has 284. Joe Neidick has 256. Adam Alshire, 250. That is your top 5 in points. So as they get set for qualifying, we're going to talk a little bit. We've extended the raffle, the giveaway for the Derek Spare Designs Track Boss button box. So, give you guys an extra. We're going to finish that up. We're going to draw for it tomorrow. So, give you guys an extra night to go out and enter not only yourselves, but get the sim racer in your family, friends, to go and register for it over on our Facebook page. It's on our Facebook page, ISBC on Facebook. It's www.facebook.com/ISBCOR on Facebook. Just look for it. It's got a picture of the button box, and it's got a description of what all you need to do. It's Colin Forster sets the quick time here in qualifying with the 29.482. Adam Alshire is second with the 29.518. AJ Green, last week's winner, third with the 29.532. John Neidick is fourth with the 29.583. Then you have Austin Bloom. Ran very well last week. Got caught up in some incidents early on. Well, take that back. He jumps up to second with 29.511. So he moves up 3 spots. So that'll put Forster, Bloom, Alshire, Green, and Neidick. John Neidick, your top 5 so far here in qualifying. So for the guys over on YouTube, it is over on our Facebook. There's a handful of things. It's, like and share our page over on Facebook. I don't even remember what all it says. Oh, like and follow our page on Facebook. Share the page on Facebook. And then comment your favorite broadcast memory when you get all that done. So we can get you entered in. It's a little bit of work to go through all of the drivers who have entered. There's several people trying to win. I don't blame them. It's a good button box. It's about $150 package there with the button box. So make sure you guys try to take some of that money. $150. So as qualifying gets ready to wrap up, we have about 30 seconds left. Top 5 are still Forrester, Bloom, Alshire, Green. Doug Erickson jumps up to the top 5 with the 29.556. That was his lap. Put him 5th. Taver Mowry in that 6th position with the 29.569. So if you look all the way back to 6th, they're separated by less than a tenth of a second. So less than a tenth of a second for 6 places. Back to 10th is under 2/10. And you got to go all the way to 16th place. 16th place is still under half a second from our race leader here. So as we get set, Forrester will be our pole sitter, followed by Austin Bloom in the 3 car. And then you're going to have the 11 of Alshire in that 2nd row with AJ Green in the 07. That should be 1 through 4 right there in your screen. 5th will be Doug Erickson. He is not gridded in. Taver Mowry will finish or run in that 6th position. Again, he has not gridded in as well. Then we'll get back up there to show those cars in a minute. Then you're going to have John Neidick and Joe Neidick, 7th and 8th. There's the 46 of Erickson. He just gridded in on your screen now. And there's Taver Mowry. Then you're going to have Michael Pimper and Logan Rettmeyer. Round out your top 10 there. You'll have the 1 of Jason Ricketts and the 16 of Corey Wakefield in your 6th row, 11th and 12th positions. In your 13th position will be the 13 car, Christopher Buds. Bob Johnson to his outside in that 14th position. Then you're going to have the 80 of Pete Van Sprundle. In the 15th spot, Phil Stanhart. Stanhart is in that 16th spot. Daniel Rose will start in the 17th position in the 81 Simnut Chevrolet there. Dale Duke will start to his outside in the 18th spot in the 18 car. And you'll have in the 19th spot the 45 of James Large. Brian Cozard scheduled to start to his outside in that 20th position, and he did not make the grid. He's going to start from pit road. You're going to have Donnie Large in the 44, starting in that 21st position. Travis Eccles will start in the 22nd spot. Lance Hill scheduled to start 28th. He's going to start from pit road as well. Jag Khalif, Richard Gray, Stefan Purcell, and Derek Schimmel did not make the start. Did not get ready to race here tonight. So it looks like we will have 24 cars, 24 drivers battling for tonight's win. green flag is in the air for Colin Forrester. He gets a great start here on the initial start. And you see the 11 of Adam Alshire go with him. That's going to allow Austin Bloom to jump in behind in that third position. He's going to slide down in front of the 46 of Doug Erickson, who will be in that fourth position. AJ Green is going to lose a couple spots. He's going to be back into sixth now, as looks like the 33 of John Neidig. And we have an issue already in the race on lap number 1. We're going to go back. We're going to watch, see what happened. Sitting here watching the 11 car. So that is Adam Alshire. He gets up into the outside wall, and you see Logan Retmeyer get into it as well, and a few others. Very unfortunate start to tonight's race for these guys. Here this evening. So let's try to get our fifth place and last week's winner, AJ Green, in here for an interview under this caution. We'll be right back with that. All right, AJ Green is with us now. As AJ, there's an early caution here, lap 1. Just looked like the tires not up to temp, and the cars are very loose here early on.
Yeah, I mean, Taver told us, it's gonna be a tough one, and try to, you're gonna push it, and Adam said he was off the gas, which. It's really weird, you get loose, but you're off the gas, and it's just weird.
Yeah, a very weird wreck, and it took quite a few guys with Adam there. You had 4 or 5 guys get caught up in that as well.
Yeah, it sucks. I know my other teammate Phil got involved, so both of my teammates got wrecked or had damage, which sucks. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, AJ, we'll be looking forward to see if you can repeat last week's race and win it here.
I'll try.
All right. Well, there you go. There was AJ Green here early on in the race, as we are only on lap number 5 now, as we had a lap 1 caution. Looking at the lineup here, it's going to be Forrester, your race leader, Bloom second, Erickson in third, John Neidig in fourth, AJ Green fifth, Taver Mowry in sixth. Christopher Buds moves up to the 7th spot. Corey Wakefield in 8th. Bob Johnson 9th. Pete Van Sprundle in that 10th position. Daniel Rose in 11th. Dale Duke 12th. Michael Pimper in that 13th spot. Brian Cozart in 14th. Lance Hill 15th. Logan Rettmeyer in 16th. Travis Eccles 17th. Jason Ricketts at 18th. James Large 19th. Donnie Large 20th. Joe Neidig, it will be in that. Well, no, it's Phil Stanhart in 21st. John Neidig is in pit road in danger of going a lap down here. And Adam Alshire is 2 laps down after that early race crash. Very unfortunate for him. As we have 95 laps. I was wrong whenever I thought it was an 80-lap race. It is a 95-lap race. 95 laps here tonight around Atlanta. Very similar to Texas last week. It's the quad oval with the high banking corners. And we did see that last week. We saw how that played out with AJ Green getting the win at the end of the race with some hard racing at the end. So, with 5 down, 90 to go here in this race. We get set for the restart here of this lap. Pace truck should pull in here in 3 and 4. We'll go back racing. See if Forrester gets another great restart like he did on that last one. Pace truck ducks down there. Green flag is in the air. Forrester didn't get as great of a start. Austin Bloom on that high side, making it work for him. He edged out just a little bit at start-finish line. Ahead of Forrester. Forrester battling back on that inside. And he's going to bring Erickson with him to the front. Erickson going to move up into the second spot, giving Forrester a nice little shove down the back straightaway to get around the 3 of Austin Bloom. We go a little bit further back now. We'll go check in with Christopher Buds in that 13th spot, chasing down Tabor Mallory for the 6th spot. Buds in the 13 car. He's losing a little bit of ground to Mallory. Looking a little bit further back, it looks like Brian Cozart in the 87. Got around the 80 of Pete Van Sprundle. That was for 9th there. Cozart has moved up a total of 3 positions since that restart on the last lap. Other drivers on the move are the 6 of Lance Hill. See him there in that Ford Mustang. Coming up on the back of the 888 of Logan Rettmeyer. They are right behind Van Sprundle and Cozart. Looking, Michael Pimpare in the 15 car. He's moved up a couple of spots last lap. He's up into the 13th position again as he started in the 9th. The big mover here this evening is Lance Hill. He started 28th. Up 12th. Slated 28th. He actually started 24th. So he's up 12 positions. Looking for battles on track. It's going to be inside the top 5. So we'll just go pick a random driver here. Tabor Mallory right in the middle of it. Go up a little bit further as the 46. Erickson got passed on the low side by the 33. The 33 going after second now. He's taking it away from Austin Bloom. John Neidig up into second position now. Bloom down to third. Erickson down to fourth. And you see there, I believe that was the 26 of Joe Neidig. Now John going after the race lead here. They are separated just a handful of seconds. We go and look at the 33 as he takes the race lead. John Neidick up to the top spot here early in this race after 12 laps. He's made his way methodically from 7th to 1st. I say methodically, but there was that incident where it took out a couple of the top 5 cars on lap number 1. And now he's starting to pull away a little bit from Colin Forrester. Forrester battling back to get within a tenth of a second going into the turns. Try to get a good run off of turn number 2. And get the nice run down the back straightaway to get to the inside of Neidick's car. That position, you would go back now to the 13 of Buds as Buds is moving to the inside of Mowry. It's Taylor Mowry on the outside, and Buds will take the 5th position away. Buds up to 5th now. Here early in this run, Austin Bloom down to that 7th spot. He restarted in 2nd position. He fell down all the way down to 7th here. We go back to the 80 of Pete Van Sprundle. You see he just made a good move to get around a couple of cars. 88 of Rhett Meyer and the 15 of Pimp Air Van Sprundle trying to keep his 11th spot there, rather. Not get around him. Just trying to keep it here, and we're on lap 16. We still have some heavy battle. It's going to be the 07 of AJ Green. He's going to be up here in the 2nd spot as he gets around Doug Erickson for 3rd. AJ Green in 3rd. Erickson 4th. Buds 5th. And you see Buds, he's right there on the back bumper of the 46 of Erickson, trying to get up inside the top 4 now. She got around Mowry for the top 5. Mowry was going backwards. It's not something you want to see as Austin Bloom goes around the high side to get around him. And the 87 of Brian Cozard is going to do the same thing. He's going to go to the high side of Mowry. Down the front straightaway, and Mowry just a little bit stronger on that low side. And you see Bud's got around the 46 of Erickson there in 1-2. And he's going to take the 3 car of Austin Bloom with him. Bloom's going to look to the inside of Bud's in the 3 and 4 here to try to take that 4th spot away from Bud's. But Buds is battling hard on that high side, and he's going to have that position. Bloom back up inside the top 5. Mowry trying to get back up there, but he's going the wrong way here. As you look, he's going to have the 87 of Cozard right there behind him, trying to get around him for that 7th position. Going a little bit further back, Lance Hill got passed by Pete Van Sprundle this lap. So he moved Hill back down to the 10th position. Van Sprundle up to 9th. You look a little bit further back as the 15 of Michael Pimper. He's trying to get up there. He's trying to fend off the lap car of Adam Alshire. As Alshire's trying to get through this field to get a lap back here the hard way. And go back up here to the 33 of Neidick and Bloom. They're battling side by side. And you see the 46 of Erickson is to the inside of Buds there, trying to take away that 5th position. Buds using the high side to get the momentum down the straightaway to carry that and maintain the position. But I think Erickson's going to have him here through this dog leg for that 5th spot. Watching the battle for 3rd here between John Neidick and Austin Bloom. Bloom to the outside. Neidick on the inside, and Cozard gets loose off of 2. He's able to save it down the back straightaway. Neidig gives way, and Bloom up into 3rd. Looking back, Buds and Ericsson still battling hard for the 5th spot. Buds is going to have it this time. Ericsson gives way here, but he's going to have to fight hard to maintain that spot because he's got the 22 of Taver Mowry right behind him. As Mowry's going to push the 46 to get around the 13, and now Mowry's going to move up a spot, and Buds is going to go from 5th to 7th. And now Mowry, his car has come to life, and he's able to use that high side to get around the 46 of Ericsson, looking to get around the 33 of Neidig for that 4th position. We're going to go on board here with the Gyrocam 22 of Taver Mowry, and you can see just how much banking is in these corners. And you really see, if you go up high on the exit of the turn, you're really going to feel that car drop. And you'll really see that car drop on both the exits. You see they're kind of staying away from that very high side. Looking for some battling on track, as it's pretty well separated here. No, the 33 of John Neidig, the 87 of Cozard, the 13 of Buds. Buds has that 6th position as he gets around Cozard and Neidig in 1 lap. So move Buds back up into the 6th spot. Just for Bud 6th, Neidig 7th, Cozard 8th. Cozard's looking to the inside of the 33 of Neidig, and now he's going to have the 80 of Pete Van Sprundle closing in on him, as well as the 888 of Logan Rettmeyer. And there, back there with Rettmeyer and Van Sprundle. Looking a little bit further up the field. So it looks like it's AJ Green and Colin Forster. We're going to go check out that battle here, as those two are separated by about 0.2 of a second on track. And you see Forster do a little wiggle out of 2. Bloom trying to chase him down. He keeps his car glued to that white line. Through the corner, he starts drifting up a little bit there on exit. You got the lap car of 4, the 4 of Phil Stanart. We're going to start seeing some lap traffic. Jason Ricketts is on the back straightaway. We're going to look out the back of his car. And you can see the leaders coming off of turn 2 there as he's entering turn number 3. As Ricketts is the last car on the lead lap. Then in front of him, you're going to have the 44 of Donnie Large and the 45 of James Large. The Dr. Pepper cars. They are running 17th and 18th on track. We have no cars out. We have one. Got one on pit road getting some repairs done. Got Phil Stanart. He ducked down pit road now trying to get some of those repairs done. We'll go and check in with Phil here in the 4 car. Look at, see there, you see he's getting his car fixed, new tires, and we're gonna go. Caution's gonna come out. We're gonna go see what happened with this caution. All right, here we go. We got the replay queued up. We're going to go on board with Travis Eccles as the 81 got down onto the apron. We'll show an external replay as well here. Wanted to show that you couldn't really see what was happening with the 81 car. We'll go watch the 81 here. That is Daniel Rose. Let's see. Had a good entry into one. And it just looks like his car he ducked down below the line, and that got his car a little bit loose. He tried to save it and just came up in front of the 72 of Eccles. So we'll be right back with a interview after this. All right, we got Lance Hill here, and Lance, some crazy action going on here, as you guys are very aggressive here early on.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to pass. You can't really pass on the high side unless you really get a good interest in the one or two, or get a good interest in the 1 or 3. And tires wear off really quick, so hopefully we can keep it up.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about this track. Atlanta is very abrasive on the tires, so you really have to take care of those, as well as try to manage your car and stay out of the way from getting wrecked by somebody else or getting involved in somebody else's issues.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem is avoiding accidents, because some people are learning. They don't know how to hold their brakes all the time, but people are learning, so you gotta think about that. But it's still tough to avoid wrecks when people don't hold their brakes.
Well, and especially at a track like Atlanta, because if you touch that apron, your car is going to kick out from underneath of you, and it's going to carry up the track no matter what. And then when you hit that outside wall, it's going to bounce you back to the inside. So you've got 2 additional ways that you really have to avoid somebody else. Even if they are holding their brakes, it's going to still bounce their car back to the middle of the track.
Yeah, that's a big problem with this track, along with Texas where we were last week. I was underneath somebody earlier and hit the apron, and I had to get at it really a lot so to not hit them.
All right, well, Lance, thanks for your time, buddy. Good luck the rest of the way, and hope to see you up front here very shortly.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All right, well, there you go. That was Lance Hill. He was running in the 18th position whenever we did that interview there. Lance Hill in that 6th machine. Doing a good job. He started 24th on pit road. And he's up to 12th position now, as he has moved up 12 spots through good hard racing and other people's misfortune, with Adam Alshire, Phil Stanart, Joe Neidick, and Corey Wakefield having some issues here early on in this race, as we have 1 to green. So we'll get you your running order. It's going to be Colin Forster, our race leader, And it's going to be AJ Green second, Tabor Mowry third, Doug Erickson fourth, Brian Cosard fifth, Austin Bloom sixth, Christopher Buds in seventh, John Neidick in eighth, Logan Retmeyer ninth, Pete Van Sprindle 10th, Michael Pimper 11th, Lance Hill 12th, Travis Eccles 13th, Bob Johnson 14th, Dale Duke 15th, Donnie Large 16th, James Large 17th, Daniel Rose 18th, and Jason Ricketts 19th, with Al Shire, Stan Art, and Joe Neidick and Corey Wakefield all being laps down 20th through 23rd. Here goes Al Shire 20th, Stan Art 21st, Neidick 22nd, and Wakefield 23rd. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out for Colin Forster here on lap number 36 of 95. And Forster gets a good start. Green able to duck down behind him. You look there. It's Tabor Mowry in the third spot, battling hard with the 46 of Doug Erickson. Then you got the 87 with Cosard tucked up behind the 22, trying to give him a nice shove of. And you see Buds down through the grass there. And he's trying to get that corrected. And he does get it corrected. We're going back. And we're receiving word that Corey Wakefield is out of the race. He is done for the day. Very unfortunate here, as we are very early on in this race. Now you see the 22 of Mowry having to fend off the 33 of John Neidick, as Neidick gets around Cosard. And he gets around Mowry there on that lap. So he moves up 2 spots on that lap. And Mowry loses a spot down to the 5th position. And he's going to lose one more potentially, as the 87 of Cosard looking to the inside. Didn't have enough going into 3 and 4 there. He is trying his hardest to get up there inside that top 5. Cosard. And you see Lance Hill right behind him in the 7th spot. He was running 12th just a moment ago before the restart. And you see the 33 of Neidick down on the bottom, loose, trying to save it, stay out of everybody's way. And he does. So there we go. He's able to stay out of everyone's way and not to cause an issue. So move the 6 of Lance Hill up 1 to the 6th spot. John Neidick was running in the 3rd position at the time of that issue. And you see the 87. He's up in the 3rd now. Brian Cosard up in 3rd, having a very good run here this evening. Tabor Mowry moving up there, try to get a top 5. Or top 4 spot, rather. He's already in the top 5. Mowry working to the inside of the 46 of Doug Erickson. He's got Lance Hill right behind him. Hill wants to get up inside that top 5. Mowry's going to get out ahead of the 46 of Erickson. And he's going to pull Lance Hill to the inside of Erickson there. And drag race down the back straightaway for Hill and Erickson. Hill has the edge here coming out of turn number 4. And Hill's going to take that position and move Lance Hill up into the 5th spot. He started very deep in the field here this evening, and he's running in the top 5. You see the 87 of Brian Cosard looking to the outside of the 07 of AJ Green. Last week's race winner running 2nd. Colin Forster, he finished 3rd last week. As now, Brian Cosard is going to have the 2nd spot using the high side. Keep that momentum up down the straightaways. As we're closing in here on halfway very quickly. 47. Lap 47 should be halfway. 48. You see Forster moving to the low side, trying to protect the bottom. But what he doesn't know is the 87 of Cosard is very strong on that high side. It's Cosard past AJ Green on the high side. And now he's to the outside of Forster for the lead on lap number 44. We're watching Cosard goes a little high there. And Mowry gets in behind him. He's going to try to give him a shove to get him out front. Lance Hill looking to the inside of Mowry for that 4th spot. And now Cosard's going backwards. He loses his spot to Green. He's going to lose his spot to Mowry. So move Cosard back to the 4th spot. And now he finds a break in the line and he can duck down to the low side if he wants. But it just looks like he likes the high side. We go check in with John Neidig. He was running 3rd a handful of laps ago. He's back here in that 14th position, trying to get around the 15 of Michael Pimper. Or no, that is the 26th rather of Joe Neidig. So you got Neidig and Neidig there, as Joe is 3 laps down in 22nd. Looking up front here for a battle. There's a lot of battles, and it looks like Lance Hill's having an issue. It looks like, oh, the 15 of Michael Pimper gets up into him. And now, Lance Hill was running 5th last time by. And now he is running in the 9th spot. He lost 4 spots as Erickson, Cosard, Pimper, and Rettmeyer get by him. Maybe it was Bloom Erickson. Anyways, 4 cars got by. Lance Hill last time by. He's moving in the wrong way as he gets back around Michael Pimper. So they'll move Lance Hill up into the 8th spot now. And Logan Rettmeyer having a good run here. He's up into the 7th position. Looking for a battle. Looks like the 22 and the 07 are kind of close. Well, they are. They're about a 1/10 of a second difference between those guys. Top 3 starting to break away from the 4th place car of Austin Bloom. Looks like maybe Christopher Buds is having an issue. We'll go check, see what's going on with him. He went through the grass earlier, and now he's right around 19 seconds back, and he's closing in a little bit. So maybe a couple bad laps there. Now he's starting to really come up through that field. Come up through that timing, rather. Not the field, the timing. Go and look here at Michael Pimper in the 15 car. The 6 of Lance Hill. They're doing battle. There's the 15 car. So now the 80 of Vance Brundle underneath the 6 of Lance Hill. So Vance Brundle is going to take away that 9th spot. Going to put Lance Hill back down to the 10th position. Still a great run here for Lance Hill after starting 24th. Alshire, Stannard, Neidig, and Wakefield were caught up in an early caution. And you see the 15 of Pimper go down to the bottom, got loose. And that's going to allow Vance Brundle to get around him. It's going to put the 6 of Lance Hill to the outside of him. As Vance Brundle, or Pimper rather, able to hang on for that 9th position. Looking up to the front. Tabor Mowry going backwards. Austin Bloom gets around him. And now he's going to have Doug Erickson right there behind him as Mowry looks to the inside of Bloom. You see the 76 car. That is Bob Johnson. Going a lap down. Moves to the bottom of the track. Stay out of the way of everybody. So we have 43 to go. We are over halfway. These guys pitted on the last round of cautions. So they should be good for about 20 more laps. 20 to 22 more laps as they are working lap number 23 on this pit run. And you see Forrester, he's broken out. He's got over a half a second lead over AJ Green. Looking for some battles. And it looks like they're all pretty well spread out through the field. Now, Christopher Buds and Jason Ricketts. You see them right there. They're not really battling. Just trying to draft and get around here a little bit quicker. As you see the one of Ricketts go high and allowing Buds to take the bottom side to get around him. Buds a little bit quicker than what Ricketts is. Here with 41 laps to go. Fastest lap on track last time was Bob Johnson with a 30.782. Fastest lap of the race is Lance Hill with a 29.361. Logan Rettmeyer, 888. And now I am told that is not the correct paint scheme that we should be seeing. Rettmeyer up in the 7th spot, having a good run here today. This is Brian Cosard up in the 6th position. Cosard, the 87, running in the 6th spot. Erickson, he had a good run going here today. He's running in the 5th position in the 46 machine. Right there on the back bumper of Mowry. But up front, AJ Green looking to the, well, getting passed by the 3 of Austin Bloom again. And the 76 of Bob Johnson working around these lead lap cars on the high side. And he's able to get around them very easily. Here on lap number 38. Or 58 rather. We have 38 to go. That 58, not a real battle on track throughout the field. There seems to be a couple of cars getting a little bit close. The 80 of Pete Vance Brundle. And the 888 of Logan Rettmeyer. That will be for the 7th position. I'll give you a quick little rundown of the order. It's going to be Forrester, your leader, Bloom 2nd, Green 3rd, Mowry 4th, Erickson 5th, Cosard 6th, Rettmeyer 7th, Vance Brundle in 8th, Pimper in 9th, Lance Hill 10th, Large is in 11th, James Large is in 11th, John Neidick is in 12th. Donnie Large is 13th. Eccles is 14th. Duke is 15th. Rose is 16th. Buds is 17th. Ricketts 18th. Adam Alshire is 19th, 1 lap down. Phil Stannard is 20th, 1 lap down. Bob Johnson is 21st, a lap down. Joe Neidick is 22nd, 3 laps down. And Corey Wakefield is 23rd. And out of the race here this evening. You see Vance Brundle, he jumps up to the 6th spot as it looks like Tabor Mowry is on pit road. He's going to duck down and make it he's going to short pit everybody. And he's going to go a lap down here. But short pit everybody and try to have a nice little run, as I know these cars can go about 35 to 40, even 45 laps if you really stretch it. You can even push it into the 50 lap mark on fuel. So I think Rettmeyer, Mowry, kind of trying to short pit everybody. As we go up here to the 46 of Erickson, he's got the 87 of Cosard looking to try to run him down. These are 2 of the closer cars on track, separated by about 0.3 of a second, as is the Forster and Green, our leader and 2nd place car. Everybody else is separated by about a second to a second and a half. Except for Lance Hill and James Large, they're separated by right around 0.4 of a second. We go and check in with Lance Hill here. Lance Hill got the 11. That is Adam Alshire. He's a lap down, running the special Sim Nut paint scheme this week. AJ Green closing in on our race leaders. They're separated by less than 3/10 of a second this time. Taylor Mallory just pitted. He had fast lap on track with a 30.471. 30.471 for Taylor Mallory. This is the last lap for him. Lance Hill still has fast lap, and you see the one of Jason Ricketts ducking down pit road there. Starting to see more and more guys starting to short pit here. We have 31 to go. These guys, they can't make it on fuel. They pitted 34 laps ago, 33 in some people's cases, but they pitted 30 laps ago. As you see the 07 of AJ Green get around leader Colin Forrester. Now this could be a ploy from Forrester to try to conserve a little bit of fuel. I'll let AJ Green lead and pull him around the track for a while and save some of his fuel. But they pitted 35 laps ago. They're going to have to pit within the next 10 laps here. 10 to 15 laps, I would think. There's no way they can make it another 30 laps. That would put them at 65 laps on a tank of fuel. So it's very unlikely, especially around Atlanta where it is very abusive on your tires. So they're going to have to conserve some tires. These guys have an 8/10 of a second lead over the 3 car of Austin Bloom. As Michael Pimper ducks down pit road now. He pits from the 7th spot in that 15 machine. So he's going to join some of the guys who are short pitting the leaders. Lance Hill, he's running in the 8th spot. And then John Neidig running 9th. Donnie Large up in the 10th. Having a good run here for him. He's up inside that top 10 here. First time here today as the leaders. And now you see the 3 of Austin Bloom. Working to get up there to the leaders. We have, as it looks like John Neidig ducks down pit road now. Take his pit stop. Yes, he does. Neidig in pit road. That gives us 12 cars on the lead lap. Watching this battle up here between the top 3. These are the 3 closest. Lance Hill ducks down pit road from 8th. Hill in pit road from the 8th position. So add him to the list of cars who have already pitted. Taylor Mallory, Michael Pimper, Daniel Rose, Logan Rettmeyer, Jason Ricketts, John Neidig. They have all pitted. We still have about 12 to 14 cars who have not. Oh yeah, right at 14 cars who have not pitted yet. As we're looking here, waiting for the leaders, and you see the 888 of Logan Rettmeyer coming to get a lap back. So he lost 3 laps. He was on the lead lap. He lost 3 on that pit stop. He had a very long pit stop, a 56-second pit stop for Logan Rettmeyer. So far, the fastest pit stop here been Adam Alshire 39 laps ago with a 10.1 second. I think he only took 2 tires and some fuel and got out. But as far as the 4 tire stops, the fastest here that I'm seeing so far is Lance Hill. He had a 13.3 second pit stop. So a good entry, good exit of pit road, a good entry and a good exit out of the pit stall for Lance Hill as he sticks it 1 lap down. We go and check in with Lance Hill as the leaders on the back straightaway. Lance Hill coming out of 3 and 4. And you see there, he's got the 33 of John Neidig right behind him. Those are both, that is for position between Hill and Neidig. That's 15th on track. Neidig to the inside of Hill. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Hill backing off here. Neidig taking advantage. And Neidig's going to be up to the 15th spot. Go back and look at our race leader here as Colin Forrester is taking back over that lead. And AJ Green and Forrester have really opened up a gap over Austin Bloom. As we have 22 to go, it's going to be close for these guys who have not pitted. The 12 cars, 13 cars who have not pitted still. As Dale Duke down pit road. Brian Cozard in pit road. Looks like Pete Van Sprundle possibly going down pit road here. Yes, he is. Van Sprundle down pit road. So you're starting to see more and more of these lead lap cars duck down pit road. So the amount of cars that we have on the lead lap are shrinking, but that just goes to show that these guys can't make it on fuel. Austin Bloom, now he's down pit road. He was third. So that's going to leave us with I'm not sure, a handful of cars. We have 8, about 12 cars who have not pitted still. You see Cozard coming out of pit road. And now our race leader, Forrester, Green, they're both down pit road. We go back to the 46 of Erickson. See if he gets down. He does not. He stays out. Erickson is now your race leader. Doug Erickson with 19 to go. He's in the same boat that Forrester and Green was in. And he's hoping. And this is a smart strategy on him. To stay out a lap longer. Hoping to catch the leaders on pit road. Down, and lap them. As a caution comes out. Catch them a lap down. Make it hard for them to get back up there to really battle you for position. As Austin Bloom is having a very long pit stop. He's 49, 50. Still in the pit lane there. As Forrester and Green are both out. They had very good pit stops. 13.8, 14.0. As Christopher Buds is down pit road now. Buds, he ducks down. That leaves just 4 cars remaining on the lead lap. Through 78 laps complete now. We crossed the start-finish line there. We go back and look at Taver Mallory. He's first car 1 lap down. And you see he's in the corner. He's right behind that 44 car of Donnie Large. He's working his way to get a lap back here. And you see the 15 of Michael Pimper right behind him. This could be a good finish for Pimper as he's got John Neidig behind him. It's Hill in 8. Those are your 4 lead lapped cars. And the 15 into the wall. And he takes the 6 of Lance Hill with him. Caution out on the racetrack. And we are going to go on board with Lance Hill through this incident to start with. See the 15. And from that view, it looked like he was going to get him clear. You see the 15 just smack the wall there, loses it, comes back up the track and takes out the 6 of Lance Hill. So that is going to help out Erickson a lot here. And see here. Who have we not talked to? Adam Alshire, we talked to him last week. Talked to Taver Mallory here. He was on the lap down, so we'll talk to him here. He's going to stay out and get a lap back. All right, we got Taver Mallory here. Taver is going to come and talk to us for a minute under this caution. But Taver, you pitted there about 23 laps ago, and really, you got a lucky break there with this caution.
Yeah, I did. I caught such a good break with this caution. I think I'm in a good position right here.
Yeah, and you've been right there, fifth, top 5 through the top 8 all afternoon here. And now you really have a shot to come back and battle back, as some of your fellow competitors who pitted with you are going to be ducking back down. That's going to allow you to really open some gap up. But you've got Colin Forster, who's been strong all day, starting behind you here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm on old tires. He's going to be on new tires. Haven't decided if I'm going to come down pit lane or not yet. But, yeah, just see how this race plays out. It's been a good race so far.
All right, well, we'll let you go so you can make that decision, and we'll talk to you after the race, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, you heard it there from Taver, as he's, going to be restarting in the, what will be the, he pitted under, no, he didn't. He's going to be restarting fourth, 24 laps of on these tires, but he's going to have Ericsson, Large, Eccles in front of him, who just pitted. They're going to be very good on the fresh tires. And then you've got all these cars in front of our leader who are a lap down. John Neidick, Colin Forster, AJ Green, Pete Van Sprundle, Adam Alshire ducks down pit road. But you got all these cars in front of our race leader as we have 12 laps remaining in the race. Those cars, and you see the 888 of Logan Rettmeyer right in front of the leader. Those cars are 1 lap down, so they're going to get put back on the lead lap. That's going to give us a lot more cars in play here. You can see Christopher Budd, he's up there near the front of this line. Budd is 1 lap down. He's in that 15th position. So he might be a lapped car. And I believe he's still going to be a lapped car. But we'll figure that out whenever we get to 1 to go. As we have just, a handful of laps remaining. Just a handful. Been a very good race here. We had a couple of early cautions. We had a nice long green flag run. And boy, that caution during this round of pit stops really made everything interesting here. As that really helped Ericsson, Large, and Eccles out. Both of the Larges. James and Donnie out. And it's going to help Mallory out as well. So he's going to be in that 5th position. And really gave Forster and Green and Van Sprundle a break, as they're going to get a lap back here, as well as some other cars. But it really hurt some of these guys who were a lap down and got caught 2 laps down here, like Daniel Rose, Austin Bloom, Jason Ricketts, Joe Nidick, rather. They were a lap or 2 down at the start of the caution, or at the start of the cycle of pit stops, and had it fully cycled through, I think they would have gotten at least 1 lap back. So, pace truck pulls in. We're going to have 8 cars on the lead lap for an 11-lap shootout here. Green flag in the air for Doug Erickson, and he gets a great restart over that 72 of Travis Eccles. And the 44 of Donnie Large. 45 cautions are going to come out. We're going to go see what happened here. All right, well, here we go. Looks like the 81 got a tap from the 9, and then the 3 came in and gave him a tap as well, and that collected the 80 of Pete Van Sprundle. So, let's see here. All right. We'll be right back after this.
Eighth or ninth, so fresh tires. I'm just going to drive my backside off, see what
All right, we are now.
Speak up a little bit so I can hear you, though, if you would.
We are joined by John Nidick, and John, you really caught a huge break there as you were running 9th, first car 1 lap down, caution comes out. You're going to be back on the lead lap with very fresh tires here late in the race.
Yeah, I'm going to basically drive my backside off, see what I could do here. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Just going to do whatever I can, choose whatever lane they're not in, and give her hell.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. This late in the race, 8 laps to go, you don't have to save anything. You throw everything at it and see where you end up here.
Yeah, I'm just going to, as soon as that green flag drops, I'm going forward. I don't care who's in my way. I'm going forward.
All right, well, John, thanks for your time, buddy, and good luck. And hopefully you've come out of here with the top 3 finish.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'd like to get a victory for my sponsor.
He's going to start in the 8th spot now. It's Colin Forrester. He ducked down pit road, as did Pete Van Sprundle. So, John Nidick start inside that top 10 with very fresh tires. You've got AJ Green and Taver Mallory, who are starting in front of them that have a little bit of older tires. The other thing to watch for, though, right, is you have a handful of drivers who are still caught a lap down. Lance Hill, Michael Pimper, Stanart, Bob Johnson, Adam Alshire, Christopher Buds, Brian Cozart, Rhett Meyer, Bloom, Joe Neidick, Ricketts, Duke, Ross, or Rose. They're all caught laps down through the pit cycle, and that's what green flag pit stops will do. And very unfortunate for those guys that they are caught one lap down. So, as we have 6 laps to go, going through the running order here, Doug Erickson, your leader, Travis Eccles, second, James Lard, third, Donnie Large, fourth, Tabor Mowry, fifth, AJ Green, sixth, Pete Van Sprundle will be in that 7th spot. Shows John Neidick in 8th, Colin Forster, 9th, Michael Pimper in 10th, Lance Hill, 11th, Phil Stanart, 12th, Bob Johnson, 13th, Adam Alshire, 14th, Christopher Buds, 15th, Brian Cozart, 16th, Logan Rettmeyer, 17th, Austin Bloom, 18th, Joe Neidick is in 19th, Jason Ricketts, 20th, Del Duke, 21st, Daniel Rose in 22nd, with Corey Wakefield out of the race. We're going to have, what should be, well, take the 1 to go here. That'll give us 5 to go. So going back to green, we'll have a 4-lap shootout. We'll get a 4-lap shootout here, and we'll have some fun. And it's been a very good race. Not too many cautions. We had a couple of early cautions and a couple of late cautions. Now if the trend follows the way it did the first time we had 2 cautions, we're going to have a green flag run to the finish. We're going to have 1 to green here. And then we'll have 4 laps remaining when we go back green. So we're going to double file up. And we're going to get ready for what should be our final restart of the evening. Final restart here. And you see the 22 starting 6th. Or 5th, rather, not 6th. 5th. My math is off. You got the Dr. Pepper car starting on that 2nd row. That is James and Donnie Large, the 45 and the 44. You got Doug Erickson, Travis Eccles starting on your front row here. This pace truck will duck down pit road here. On the exit of 4. We'll go back, and there's the pace truck ducking off. Green flag in the air for the 46 of Doug Erickson. Erickson, with 4 to go, gets a good restart, as does the 45 of James Large. James Large up into the 2nd position now. Tabor Mowry up in the 3rd. He's got some good tires. He's going to try. His tires should really be in that prime zone to where he can really use them up. You can see the 45 and the 46 out front. They're starting to separate just a little bit from Tabor Mowry. And really, well, caution comes out again here. We'll see what happened on this caution. All right, well, this is where it starts at. The 72 of Eccles. He gets upside down and does a couple barrel rolls. And that was the initial cause of the restart, or the caution here. We're going to look here, and you're going to start seeing some of these cars duck down. You can see the tail end of the crash there. There's cars scattered everywhere on this caution. All right, so looking for somebody. We'll be right back after this. All right, well, not finding anybody we haven't talked to that is available. So I'm not seeing Travis Eccles. We just talked to AJ Green earlier in the race. He's restarting fifth. Eccles will restart ninth, and Austin Bloom is 2 laps down, back in 18th. So we're gonna have a green-white checker scenario here at the end of this race. It's gonna really really spice up the outcome here. You got Pete Van Sprundle in that 4th position on tires that are only 9 laps old. You got Colin Forster back in 7th on 3-lap old tires. Same with Travis Eccles and Donnie Large. They're back there in 9th and 10th. So with those guys really having really fresh tires, you see Taver Mowry's in 3rd place with tires that are almost 40 laps old. So it's really going to make it an interesting race there, starting on the inside for Taver. So we're going to have 1 lap to green. It's going to be Erickson, Large, Mowry, Van Sprundle, Green, Neidick, John Neidick, Forrester, Eccles, Donnie Large, Pimpair, Stannard, Hill, Alshire, Buds, Cozart, Retmeyer, Johnson, Bloom, Ricketts, Neidick, Joe Neidick, Duke, Rose, and Wakefield. The running order here is we're going to have 3 laps. Maybe a 2-lap shootout, rather. We're going to go green, then we'll go white, and then checkers. We're going to be on lap number 98 of 99 here. This is an official overtime restart. So 1 of 2 that I believe we have here to use. Pace truck ducks off. Green flag in the air. We're back to racing here. The 46 of Erickson out front. James Large in 2nd. Taver Mowry in 3rd. Pete Van Sprundle, AJ Green back there. They're going to be side by side for that 4th position. You got Colin Forster. Caution comes out again. So, looking at the caution here, the 1 and the 26 get together. They put it 3 wide there. into turn number 1. So that will be it for restart number 1. Attempt number 1 at a green-white checker. We're going to try it again. This Colin Forrester looked very good. Let's see here. We'll go get Colin Forrester. Bring him in for an interview here late in the race. We'll be right back. All right, we got Colin Forrester here. Colin, I don't know if these are good breaks for you or not, but you got fresher tires than everybody in front of you. So if it was to go green, you have to love your chances here inside the top 5 late in the race.
Yeah, I know these guys in front of me pit on the caution where we're in the middle of green flag pit stop, so I'm not sure how bad their tires are because we've had a bunch of cautions late in the race, but I'm glad that those cautions have come out, though.
Yeah, well, so you've got AJ Green, who pitted 24 laps ago. Mowry, he pitted 41, and then the leader, the top 2 finished pitted 19 laps ago. So you have significantly fresher tires than at least the 2 in front of you, and it's going to be a heck of a shootout here inside the top 5 for the finish here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get back to the front. That caution when we were doing a green flag pit stops kind of messed me up, but I'm back up here and just trying to get up there.
All right, Colin. Well, thanks for your time, and good luck on this final restart.
All right, thank you.
All right, so there you have it. Colin Forster having significantly fresher tires than everybody in front of him. Trying to come through and win this race. Because we should go back. We should have 1 to go this time by. And then we will have a restart for what should be our final restart of the race here this evening. So we're going to have, it'll be another green-white checker scenario. So while we have time here, we need to thank SRF for their support here. Simnut for the support for the Midwest Days of Thunder, as well as Butt Kicker. All the sponsors of the league, they really do a lot to help these guys out. And I know they really enjoy this. So I know they really enjoy having these guys on board to help them out. But on this final restart, as we are not getting the 1 to go signal here, we're still in a holding pattern here, so to speak, as we wait for that signal of 1 to go. And then we will have our final shootout of the evening. So it looks like 104. We're scheduled for 95, so we're over by almost 10 laps. So, we should have 1 to green here this time by. And then we'll get going. It's going to be Erickson, your leader, James Large second, Taver Mowry third, AJ Green fourth, Colin Forster fifth, P. Vance Brundle sixth, John Neidick in seventh, Donnie Large eighth, Travis Eccles ninth, Michael Pimper is 10th, Christopher Buds back on the lead lap in 11th, Lance Hill 12th, Phil Stanart 13th, Adam Alshire 14th, Brian Cozard 15th, Logan Retmeyer 16th, Bob Johnson 17th, Austin Bloom 18th, Jason Ricketts 19th, Del Duke 20th, Daniel Ross 21st, Joe Neidick 22nd sitting on pit road, and Corey Wakefield out of the race. So, what should be the final attempt at a finish here? With Erickson, Large, Mowry, Green, and Forster, your top five. Now, don't count out anybody on back through 11th place. We have 11 cars on the lead lap. Anything can happen. The front 8 cars could get wiped out. That's just a product of racing, as the pace truck will duck off of pit road here in turn number 4 here, as he ducks down pit road now, and the green flag is back in the air for the 46 of Doug Erickson, and you see all there, the 45 of Large got loose on that start. With 2 to go here, Colin Forster in the 9, looking to the inside of Taver Mowry. Mowry and Forster wreck. Caution's going to come out. We're going to go back and show you that. You saw it there, as it just looked like the 46 or the 22 didn't know that the 9 was down there, so that's going to shake up the top 3. It's going to be Doug Erickson, John Neidick, and AJ Green, your top 3 here. With 1 to go, that was our final attempt at a green-white checker here. So we will get the checkered flag this time. As Doug Erickson, your race winner, John Neidick in second, AJ Green in third. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with your, we'll go ahead and get you your 4 race order. It's going to be Doug Erickson, your race winner, John Neidick in second, AJ Green third, P. Vance Brundle fourth, Christopher Buds fifth, James Large sixth, Michael Pimper seventh, Travis Eccles eighth, Donnie Large ninth, Taver Mowry 10th, Colin Forster 11th, Lance Hill 12th, Brian Cozard 13th, Phil Stanart 14th, Adam Alshire 15th, Logan Retmeyer 16th, Bob Johnson 17th, Austin Bloom is 18th, Jason Ricketts 19th, Del Duke 20th, Daniel Rose is 21st, Joe Neidick is 22nd, Corey Wakefield 23rd, and we'll be right back with some post-race interviews after this. All right, we are here with our third place finisher, AJ Green. And AJ, a heck of a race there at the end. You really managed to get back up there for the top three finish tonight.
Yeah, I was staying up in the front whole race. I led a lap, so that was good. I probably could have had a chance, but I played the strategy, pitted when Colin pitted, and kept me up in the front. And then the last laps, the two big wrecks, I somehow missed them, and it got me up to the front.
Yeah, and speaking about the big rats, right there at the end, you had second and third, Maury and Forster. They both looked primed to go up and battle for the race win, and just some one car didn't know the other car was there and made some incidental contact and ruined a couple of races there.
Yeah, to the left of me, I saw Colin, on the inside of Taver, and I was like, oh boy. I wasn't thinking that. It caused the caution, and I got past them. And I guess I got past Travis in the process, too, so I got third.
All right, well, AJ, we'll let you thank your sponsors to get out of here and enjoy the rest of your night, buddy.
Okay. Thank you to Butt Kicker. Thank you to Simnut, Sedans Racing Fabrication. Thank you to McConey. And, yeah, and thank you to my shout out to my teammates, too. They had a good race. Shout out to my family as well.
All right, we got John Neidick in here. John, a heck of a battle to get back up there. We talked to you there at the end, and you said you're going to drive your butt off to get up into the top three. Well, you did it.
Yeah, I really wanted the number one spot, though. I kicked myself in the butt early in the race for getting loose off of turn 2. But I drove really, really hard and just tried to, I don't know, man, I really wanted that win.
Yeah, and it's a heck of a job. You're restarting ninth. I believe it was with within 10 laps to go, and you really had a couple of cautions there. Very untimely cautions for some of these some people. For you, it really you're really able to get through them and get up there and have a good finish here today.
Yeah, they really helped me out a lot. When I had to start at the end of the longest line, my thought was I do need another caution. And when it came out, oh man, I tell you, I was smelling blood. I was like, here we go.
All right. Well, John, we thank you for your time. We'll let you thank your sponsors, get out of here, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right. I'd like to thank Vertex for sponsoring me for this race. I'd like to say hello to my parents, my daughter Ashley, and thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.
All right, we are joined by our race winner, Doug Erickson. Doug, first off, congratulations on the big win here. Secondly, it was a heck of a race up there.
Man, my anxiety has never been higher with the amount of restarts there at the end, and being close to a win last week, and just kind of stuff happens in racing, and ended up like 7th, and I thought I had a good chance. So this is like redemption, but with all those restarts at the end, man, my anxiety was going through the roof.
Well, yeah, and so I don't know if you know this, but the 45 car there of large on that final restart. Looked like he just got loose. Like the car that was behind him jacked up the rear end just enough to get him to spin the tires and not get a good restart, and that really helped you rocket out in front of these guys.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what happened because he was on it, man. I thought he was going to be right next to me on there in that last restart.
Yeah, you guys were really looking good at battling up there for the top top two spots there, and then he had an issue after that final wreck that involved Taver and Colin Forrester, and that really allowed AJ to sneak by both the 45 and the 72 to come up for a top three. But back to you stayed out, and that caution came out right after the pits really helped you race. And
that's what really I think won me this race is everybody pit, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to stay out because I'd done like 70 laps in practice on one set of tires, and I'm like, I'm just going to stay out and run these tires until I can't run them any longer and kind of see what happens, because at that point there was only like 15 laps left, and then that caution came out and it just put everybody in awkward positions and it put me in first, and it just really worked out in my favor this time.
Yeah, exactly, and that was really the turning point for this race. Up until that point, Colin Forrester had led a majority of the laps, and then that caution really changed the tide into your favor there.
Yeah. I mean, running behind those guys, Colin and AJ, and even Taver, you know what I mean? Those guys were up in front the whole time, just, setting a good pace. So I really lucked out in this one, but, win's a win, man. I'll take it.
Absolutely. We'll let you get out of here. Thank your sponsors and then get out of here and have a good rest of your evening. And we will... we'll see you back here next week for another fantastic race.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate the broadcasting you guys do, and just give a shout out to my brother and my nephew that I run this paint scheme for that are always watching and root me on. So thanks, man.
All right, we got Taver Mowry, and Taver. Very unfortunate set of circumstances there at the end of this race here. Talk us through that.
Yeah, I don't remember what lap I green flag pitted on, but I convinced myself to take the only minimal amount of fuel possible, and it came back to bite me. Coming out of turn 2, I started feeling the car start puttering, when you start to lose fuel, and I looked in behind for me, and I started losing speed, and I had to make a choice to either take one potential car out or take the whole field out, because I had to get down to the apron because I was losing fuel, and unfortunately the 9 was below me, and the rest is history, unfortunately.
Yeah, all right, well, tough luck here today for you. There's always a rebound next week. Come back with a strong finish here.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot interesting because of there's a lot of that race really shook up point standings. So there's a lot of people that must win now. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and looking at the schedule here, it says we're going to Talladega next week.
Yep, Talladega, and then I believe Legacy, Michigan, and then the playoffs. So there's gonna be some tough racing. You still have some tough racing tonight with some people, and it's only gonna get even more better.
All right, so Talladega next week. That's going to be a wild race. So best of luck. I'm glad I'm on this side of things and not the other side.
Yep. So
All
it's
right.
gonna be a lot of fun.
All right, thanks, Tabor, for your time, and better luck next week, buddy.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, well, so there you have it. That was the issue at the end of the race. Tabor ran out of fuel there. Very unfortunate for him. Very unfortunate for Colin, as they both looked very poised to have a hard battle on the final lap for the race lead. They were both fast. All day they were up inside the top 7 for a majority of the day, if not all of it, except for the green flag pit stop cycle. So just a very unfortunate set of circumstances here, as we're going to get set to go racing at Talladega next week. Before we go, we need to thank SRF, SimNut Racing Sims, Butt Kicker, for everything they do. You guys want something that will really improve your sim racing experience? Go get a Butt Kicker. It's a really awesome product that they got over there. Really good bang for your buck product. And go check out SimNut Racing Sims. Again, another very good product. The best bang for your buck over there. And George does a fantastic job, and really made sure that he put out a great quality product. And then go check out SRF. Hopefully, we can try to get SRF into the booth next week before the race to talk about their products and get you guys some information on that. But until next week, first of all, you guys that are over on YouTube, go check out our Facebook page. Find the little post about the button box, and enter to win that. It's a good product. I enjoy it. I have it. I really enjoy having it, and really made my life a lot easier on sim racing. So I'm giving one away for somebody to use. So go enter that. Even if you're not a sim racer, somebody is, or else you wouldn't be here watching this. Somebody who's a sim racer. Go enter it. Try to win it for them. Birthday present, Christmas present. Trying to help you guys out here and get you guys off the hook easy here with a gift for somebody. But until next time, take care. Protect yourselves. Do what you guys need to do to really stay safe. And, with everything that's going on, take extra precautions. Just really, really look out for yourself and your family and your loved ones. But until next week, have a great rest of your Thursday evening or Friday evening. Not Thursday. It's Friday. Have a good rest of your Friday evening and have a good weekend. We'll see you back next week for Talladega. It's going to be a lot of fun. We look forward to it. Until then, have a great weekend.